eyes frontward. We're going to try one more thing today, and then we're going to put it all together. Okay? Let's get everybody's eyes up front. So last time, remember we talked about how important it is to hold your pencil correctly so that you can get the right leverage to get darks. We also talked about how to hold it at the end to get lighter values where there's less, pressure. We also talked about how we're supposed to use the side of the pencil instead of the tip of the pencil. Okay? The tip of your pencil, how you write with for language, for words, that's a really great way to get edges. Okay? Now, I need everybody to put their pencils down and everybody to see this. Okay? Everybody stop what you're doing. We are going to do one of these. We're going to do this one. Okay? So this one right here, this is everything. Okay? It's everything. This is everything you need to learn how to do when it comes to shading. There are two big skills that you need to learn with shading, aside from craftsmanship stuff. But when you're doing value, you need to have gradient, so it's a smooth transition in value. Everybody see that smooth transition? Dream, look up here, please. It's dark on the right side, and as you go to the left side, it gets lighter until it finally reaches the white of the paper. Everybody see that? It's the same thing on the opposite side. On the bottom half of triangle, it goes from dark on the left side, and it gradually and very smoothly, like butter, transitions into white. Gus, I need your eyes up here. Everybody stop what you're doing and look up here. Now, we understand how to get gradient, right? We did that last time. The hard part is knowing when in your drawing you need a smooth transition and when you need a hard transition. Does everybody see that? Okay, so the transition from dark here to lights here are very, very crisp. So that is where, when you have contrast, that is where you have a line. So I want everybody really quickly to look right here. I see so many of you. Put your pencils down. Everybody hold your little baby hands. Y'all not to be trusted. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line. Now, when you don't do it, but you're just watching me do it, and then you will do it. I've got a line here. Okay? Our job, do you guys remember what we're supposed to do with lines when we shade? Not have them. We got to get rid of them, which means that we kind of want to start with a light line because in some areas you might have darks and you might have lights. Okay? So when we're shading, we want light lines. That's the first thing. Okay? The second thing is that for us to be able to disguise this line, to get rid of it, we want to feel it, but we don't want to see it. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a gradation on the top side. Okay? And I'm going to start dark, and I'm just very smoothly going to be transitioning out to the light values. Okay? Everybody go ahead and do that with me. We're going to start nice and dark. And remember, take your time. You can turn your paper to go with the movement of your hand. Okay? But we're trying to make it gradually go from dark to light on the top triangle. We're starting with that top triangle. And when I'm doing the lighter ones, remember I like to put my hand at the end, really make it as light as possible, and then I'll go back in and beef up the darker areas by putting more layers. Remember, if you've got streaks, you should be holding your paper or your pencil a little bit lower and moving it so that you're using the side of the pencil. If you're getting lines, you're using too much of the tip of the pencil. If you go dark, too dark, darker than you want to go, how do you erase? Tapping. Tapping is the best way to erase with pencil, because if you erase, then you end up with a hole. And then when you try to fill in the hole, you end up with a really dark outline to the hole. Now remember, this gradient should always be looking like it's moving. Okay, it should not look like it's got 2 values. It should look like it has all 9 of our values. So really dark darks and really light lights, and make sure that those blend softly into each other, very gradually. Oop, I went too dark, so I'm going to tap it up. Okay, do you guys have the top triangle done? Mm-hmm. Okay. Can I get everybody to, if you don't have it done, just look up here, cross your hands. Okay? I want to teach you guys a truth about contrast. Right here, I have a line. I need everybody's eyes and body is looking up here. Okay? On this line, if I do dark on the left side of the line, and I do the right side of the line, maybe a light value, see how I can still see where that line is. There's contrast there. Does everybody see that? If I do dark on the left side, and I do dark on the right side, can I see my line anymore? No, that does not work. If I do light on the left side, and I do light on the right side, can I still see my line? Yes. Because that's not going to work. Our job is to get rid of all of the lines. Okay? So what we need is we need contrast. So anywhere on your picture where you have a line that you're drawing, whatever that may be, one side has to be darker, significantly darker than the other side. Okay? When we were doing our values up here, remember how I asked you guys to make sure that there was contrast between each box? This is us practicing contrast. This is us practicing smooth, buttery gradient. Okay? So now everybody look right here at your picture that we just shaded. I can still see my outline right in this area. So my problem right here is here. I have a light on one side and I have a white on the other side, and I can still see my line. Everybody make sense? So it makes sense here to disguise that line. I've got to go darker on the other side of it. Okay? So now we're going to gradate from left to right, from dark to light. Okay? Now our goal is to disguise that line. Go ahead and try that out. Now, I'm going to do mine a little bit badly on purpose to teach you guys a lesson. So just know I'm going to touch back in with you soon. Yes.
Did I come at a bad time?
You just can't talk, but you can be in here.
Okay.
Welcome, dear. Okay, I need everyone to stop what they're doing. I need everyone to look right up here, please. Hands crossed. Everybody's eyes up here. Now, right here, I've got great contrast. You guys see that? It's very easy to see the edge. I can feel that edge because there's good contrast. Over here, I can see good contrast, but I have intentionally left it ambiguous in the middle. Do you see how difficult it is to see the edge there? That's because the two mediums are touching. So what I have to do is I have to press. I can get that line in there. This is a good way to crispen things up, is to get that line visible, but then you got to disguise it and gradate. So I need to go further with my darker darks on both sides so that it barely touches on a crisp line. Does that make sense to everybody? If you can't see your edge, it means you don't have enough contrast. So you have to make one or both sides lighter or darker. You have to observe. Okay, so try to go ahead and finish this one. I want to be able to feel the line on both sides. I want to be able to see clear contrast between the two sides. I want to see like milk honey gradient. It needs to be really so smooth. Now you can see the top of my head from time to time. That's because it's really important to get in there and really see what you're doing. You guys, as I'm getting older, I'm starting right now to need bifocals. Where instead of going close to something to see it in focus, I have to back up. It's kind of weird. If you went outside the lines, clean that up. Yes.
I just thought something.
What'd you think of?
What about the cut on my finger?
Oh, you're fine. If you want a Band-Aid, you can use a Band-Aid, but I think you're fine.
Yeah.
Like this?
Looks pretty good.
So on the bottom is dark on the left, and on the top it's on the right, the dark side. Okay? How many of you guys can see clear contrast? You're seeing it. This box right here is money. This box is everything you need to know about gradating. It's everything you need to know about contrast. So now we have to apply it. Okay? I'm going to come around and I'm going to give each of you a blending stub, and I'm going to teach you how to use the blending stubs. Okay?
I love blending stuff.
These are new this year. We're going to have to open all of these bags. You hear that? Everything's wrapped still. So go ahead and open it up. Divvy the tools out. We're going to go over the tools. Open everything and just make a trash pile, and at the end of class, we will throw that away. So you guys, I don't want these tools going from one table to the next. The 4 people at your table can use those tools. Okay? I do not want you guys mixing them up. Look how tight these are. They're totally full, so you can't stuff more in here than what it came with. So I got these on Amazon for us. Do not use them. Please do not use them. I'm going to teach you the right way and the wrong way. I just want to go over the tools that are inside. So go ahead and take everything out, and we'll take a look at it. You guys, ooh, whatever. We'll just keep them all out. I kind of want to keep whatever.
Look how I missed it.
It's fine. This came with a lot, y'all. This is good. Oh, I want to keep these separate. I just ordered some of these. I didn't know these came in this. So this stick right here, you guys, this is to make short pencils longer. Let's see. Do you unscrew it? Does anybody know how to use it?
Yeah, I have one. You take this, the little.
Do I unscrew or rescrew?
You just take the little extra metal and slide it down. They're really fun.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, thank you. Alright, you guys, on each end is a ring, and that ring slides up and down. So slide it down and you can stick your skinny little pencil in there, and this will give you more leverage. Oh, that side's not gonna work for me, so I gotta go to the smaller side. That'll make it tight. So wow, you could really extend and get really light lights with this guy. Okay? If you guys are interested in getting a pack of this for yourself, let me know and I'll give you the link that I used. But for now, what was that?
Can you send me the link?
I can, but send me an email and I'll do it.
I will.
Okay. Alright, so these are called tortillions. Everybody say tortillion?
Tortillion.
Tortillion. And over here we have sanding pads for the tortillions. Okay? So let's go ahead and just on one of them, don't do this on both. but you can take the top piece of paper off, and underneath there is different stacks of sanding paper. Now you can buy cheaper tortillas, and they aren't as tightly rolled as these ones are. And so the cheaper ones are just like kind of one and done. Once you've filled them up, you can't sand them down because they're actually hollow. Okay? But this tortilla is totally, you can see here, it's not hollow. It's rolled up paper, like tissue paper, all the way to the core. Okay? And what these are blending sticks. Okay? So what we want to do is we want to go over how to use these best. And in order to use these best, I'm going to show you how to use them worst. Okay? So everybody go ahead and grab a bigger one and watch. I want you to notice a few truths. Just watch or you're going to ruin everything. I don't want you guys to do what's wrong. I'm about to show you what to do wrong. Don't do what I'm doing. Okay? This is what not to do. If I take all of this and I blend it this direction, notice how it took all of my values and it mixed it up and made it into one value. All my hard work just got eliminated with this tortilla. All of it. Goodbye. Forever. Gone. It mixes it up and it moves it around. But, oh man, and that sound like makes me nauseous. I hate it. I hate that sound and that feeling. I hate it. It's the worst. I'll get over it. Don't worry. So looking up here, let me put this on autofocus. Can you see it did two things? It mixed all my values together in an awful way, but it also made it buttery smooth. These are for making things smooth. Now something else you can do with them is see how my tip is dirty right there? I can actually just use that to lightly shade things. So I can use this as, because like it's going to be hard for me, even with a long pencil, to get anything that light. Okay? So you can actually use the tip of these, if they're dirty, to lightly shade. Okay? So when we use these, what we want to do is we want to go from light to dark. Okay? So make sure it's clean. And as you go, you want to just move it horizontally. Oh, you can't see. Thank you. You're going to move it horizontally and don't go backward. We're going to go from light to dark, and you can kind of use like scumble, which is kind of like circles, the movement. Go nice and slow, and this is just kind of smoothing out all of your hard work so that it doesn't look too choppy. And you can also, there's lots of tortillas in here. You have to share them with your classmates. But I like to make one a dark side and one a light side. Does that make sense? That way I get one side that's really dark and I can use the dark side in there and move it around. But again, I do like to go from light to dark. Okay? What was that? Yeah, you can use them. Go ahead and try. Go light to dark. Try to use them to smooth out what you've done. And it does kind of erase almost, so I'm going to go ahead and build back up my really dark darks here. And these are meant to go back and forth, okay? So, and you can even tap out areas as well. I'm going to go back to my light side, and I can flip around so that I'm not touching the opposite side now. Just make sure that I've really smoothed out the light area. I'm scumbling, which means that I'm moving my pencil, or in this case, my blending stick, in circles, almost like you're mixing a pot. And I'm going to slowly get darker and darker.
Much better.
Does it look better?
Yeah.
Good. No blow dryers here.
No, but
I'm recording for my next class.
sorry.
That's okay.
I'll do it again.
That's okay. Thank you. Okay, so the one big danger with blending stumps is it does make it look smooth. But do you guys remember the example where the whole thing all the edges got soft? It smooths everything out, so when you do contrast, it's a lot more difficult. So everybody look up here, please. we're gonna do this one down here now. Remember, we're gonna start with light. So if you don't have a light area, you can, let's wash one of these off. And I'm just gonna gently, and oh my goodness, you guys, the feeling of this is just awful. I hate it. And I'm just gonna kind of sand it down until it cleans off all that graphite. Does anybody else hate this texture?
Yeah.
Like, it's awful.
I kind of like it.
I hate it more than like chalkboard. I don't mind chalkboard, y'all. This is awful. Okay, so now I've cleaned off my blending stump. And do I like to go from light to dark or dark to light?
Light to dark.
Light to dark. Now you guys, here's the deal. Everybody look right here. I'm going to show you what not to do. I'm going to show y'all what not to do. Everybody look. So this is the big danger with blending stumps. It's easy when over here it's just white paper next to it. You can't go wrong. But when you're blending this light area and you accidentally go into the dark area and then you bring it back, see how it's blurring that contrast? You do not want to blur your contrast. So don't go into the dark area. Go ahead and give that a whirl. I'm going to lighten mine back up with my eraser just by tapping.
So we're only doing lights.
We're working from light first, and then we're moving over to the darks. Okay? The reason you want to go light to dark is because if you go dark to light, you're going to pull all that extra graphite from the dark into the light, and all your lights are going to turn medium. So really make sure you do a good job with the lights before you progress into the darks area. Now you can also use this stick, it's not just to like kind of erase the texture, you can also push and pull the graphite to the left, to the right. Once you get one done, go ahead and turn your little circle or your tortillon around. You can, ooh, look at this, y'all. I put too dark in there. I had a messy tortillon. I should have erased it. I should have cleaned it up. So I don't want all that darkness. I'm going to re-sand and make sure I have a smooth, clean white surface to start with the lights. So don't try to take a dirty tortillon and put it into the area with light values. You're going to end up marking your paper. Now we're looking for crisp edges, y'all. It should not look like a bunch of fingerprints. It should look clean and crisp and specific. Okay? Now, if you need to clean off your eraser, just use denim. Denim's great. Or like if you don't have denim, the canvas of your backpacks can even work. And I'm just gonna lightly tap out things I don't like.
I think I got it.
So you lost a little bit of your contrast. So just make sure you can still see your line that separates. And if you guys, here, everybody look right here. I'm going to show you what to do if you lose your contrast. If you lose your contrast, like right here, I've just erased it basically with my tortillon. See how it got muddy in the middle right there? What I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on one side of the line, but if you can't see the line, go ahead and get it in with the tip so you can see it, and then push one side out to make it darker, and then bring it back in on the other side. Okay? So you can use both your eraser and your tip, but it should not look like I can see a line. It should look like an edge. Oh, so sweet. Oh my goodness. Miss Reynolds just brought me cheese. Wow! How did she get such good cheese?
Walmart.
I'm going to take a picture of this. I was complaining at a thing that I didn't know what kind of cheese was what, and I didn't know what to buy. I didn't know what I liked. Sometimes I eat cheese and I think it's amazing, and sometimes I eat cheese and I'm like, this is disgusting. I'm never gonna eat cheese again.
What kind of cheese is it? Does it look like
I have no idea, so I'm gonna take a picture and ask her what kind of cheeses these all are. Okay. Are you guys ready to put this into practice? You ready to do it? Okay. I'm gonna come around and pass out some stuff for you. While I'm doing that, I'd like you to try to use the tortilla in the other areas of your worksheet. Remember, I want contrast where I need contrast, and I need smooth gradient where I have smooth gradient. And all 9 of those values should be seen everywhere. If your tortillion is turning all 9 of your values into 2 values, then don't use the tortillion. Okay? That is the thing that I see the most with kids, is they over blend, because it's kind of exciting to see it get all buttery smooth, but they use it too much. My Skittles is so sweet.
Does that look okay? I think it's yeah, all you just need to do is shoot them.
Maybe use a little bit of your eraser too to make it gradate a little bit more. Remember, your eraser is kind of like a blending stuff in and of
I
itself.
have like all this in art set that I have up here. I just have no clue what it is.
Now, the other great thing about these blending stumps is they keep your fingers clean. Everybody look at the side of your hand right now.
Oh yeah.
I guarantee you it's messy, so you want to be careful when you start shading. You can use like a scrap piece of paper to cover up your marks. Now what we're going to do for our practice, I went back and looked at all the things that we drew, and we need one more thing to draw, and I just got these bugs. So go ahead and try to draw this bug on that little piece of paper
Bumblebee.
as large as you can. Okay?
B dibs on the bug. Oh, I didn't even take this one. That's better. I told you that was better, right? Where's the answer?
Where's the sticky note?
I gotta take it out. I don't know how long it's going to
This guy's a little sticky.
Right?
That doesn't even
Okay, let's put the worksheet aside for a moment, y'all. How many of you guys really like those tortillions?
Oh, Mikey's
That's nice, right? Did everybody say tortillion?
I like
dead. Talent.
It's like tortilla, but it's tortillion. And I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. I'm sure it's like some like, what do you call it? Some kind of Italian word that I don't know. Tortillion. Okay, so let's go back to stage 1 of drawing. What do we do first?
Shape.
Nope. We observe. So let's get our bugs where we want them in the pose we want them, and we're going to try to make it fill up this paper. So after we observe, what do?
Basic shapes.
Big basic shapes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and see here my bug. I'm going to do the biggest shape, which is his booty.
Are there going to be any guiding lines?
Look at those shadows.
Okay, so I've got like the biggest shape here. Then I need to leave room for its antennas too, so I've kind of made it a wee bit smaller than I thought at first. Get that big shape, then I'm going to get the head. Now you guys, are we drawing a bug or are we drawing a toy of a bug? Toy. So if you do a really great job, this drawing will look like a toy. If you do a mediocre job, it'll look like a real bug. What are some of the things that make this thing look like a real toy bug versus a real bug? The texture, the lines, like how glossy the surface is. Okay, so just to start with these antennae, I'm just going to draw lines where I see the lines. and then I'll make those into shapes later. And remember, it's really, really smart to line things up and see the tallest antenna for me is this one. I'm comparing the tallest antenna to the antenna I'm currently drawing and seeing, okay, it's smaller than the longest one, but it's longer than this left one. So that can help you kind of by comparing. What do we call that? It's observation, but it's also perspective, your proportions. You're looking at the proportions of your drawing. Well, I can still taste that cheese in my mouth.
Was the cheese
Do
good?
you have any extra?
I wish you would have like put a little sign on each of them as to what kind of.
Just write in Sharpie.
Yeah, because I don't know what I'm eating.
Ooh, the thing that makes this a choice, you can't see through the wings at all. You can't see through my bee's wings.
That's interesting.
That's why it's a choice, because real bee wings are see-through.
Yeah, that's a good observation. Now this should also look three-dimensional. It shouldn't look flat. So careful with the curvature of your bug so that it starts to look. And the other thing about real bugs versus fake toy bugs are a little perfect. Like this line that goes down the back is like the perfect same width and diameter all the way down the body. Whereas like real bugs in real life, that it's not so perfect. It's not. Nature is always a little bit random. Now when you're doing legs, make sure like the back legs are lined up on a horizontal and the middle legs are lined up and the top legs are lined up. So, but my right side is squished, probably from the packaging. So it looks a little bit different on my right side versus my left side. Okay, so at this point I'm kind of more into the small shapes. We're sketching still. You definitely want to compare the right set of legs to the left one and see which one's longer, which one's out like a wider angle. Feel free to erase if you need to. And geez, I just accidentally hit mine, which was a mistake, and now it's in a different spot, but whatever. Okay, so at this point you should have a drawing. Everybody see up here, I've got my drawing going on. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean this drawing up. Remember, we want light lines.
So that this one's a little bigger than the other ones, like that.
Mine look like little branches. These little legs.
This one, what happened?
That looks like a good bug. I can see the wings and everything. That's great.
So what are we erasing lines?
If you have lines that are not important, you definitely want to clean this up as much as possible because your shading will interfere with your values. Or sorry, your lines, all those extra lines will interfere with your shading. So I'm just trying to erase and clean it up as best I can.
Wait, technically a toy doesn't have shading.
Everything has shading because there's lights in this room.
But my bug doesn't have any shadow.
Now, you guys, there are two things that make things dark versus light. So one of the things that will make things darker is if there's shadow. Does that make sense? What else will make something a dark area on your bug? Gus?
I think because of like the light, like if there's actual lights, then there has to be shadow.
Yeah, which kind of goes with what I was saying. So if the light's not hitting it, there's going to be in shadow that's going to make that area darker.
Or you could do like.
But what else is going to apply to your bug, Gus?
You could do the opposite, or like the bug shadow itself.
Yeah, you can add more shadow. Yeah. So creases and folds make more shadow. But what is something about your bug and the color or the value that has nothing to do with shadow? Yeah.
Natural color.
It's natural color. What side of my bug is darker, the head or the body? The head is darker than the body. So the paint color of your bug is also going to affect how darkly you shade it. Can everybody look up here for 1 second? I get everybody's hands crossed. When I'm looking at this bug, I know that it's all black paint, okay? And I know that all the paint is the same color black, but I can see huge areas of highlight, right? Inside of it because it's plastic. So the darkest areas here, and this is going to be like my number 1, okay? But then these highlights over here might be more of a 3. Does that make sense to everybody? So we're kind of figuring out where those shadows are going to be and how dark they're going to be based on the paint color, but then also because of the texture. Does anybody else on my head, I have a smooth area right here in the middle, and the smooth area is darker. Are you guys noticing that? The more textured areas, it hits the light more, so it looks lighter. It's not actually that the color is any different, it's that the texture is different. So that's going to be important. So let's go ahead and let's jump in, y'all. What we're going to do is we're going to really observe. Everybody take a look and just start with the head. Whatever your bug is, let's start with the head. Okay? Let's observe where are the lightest areas, where are the darkest areas. You can look at your value scale and ask yourself, okay, what value is this from 1 to 9? Okay? I think on my head, I have maybe a 7 for the highlight. I have a 1 for most of it. And then I have like 3 and 4 for some of the lighter areas. Okay? So let's make sure that our edges are nice and crisp. We do not want it to look sketchy. We want it to look really crisp. Now all of these lines, our goal is to get rid of them. We have to eliminate every single one of these lines. And this might be the time for you to sharpen your pencils. Yeah.
I did a little prototype.
All right.
Of course, more time.
Have you slipped and scored all that on?
It's wet on wet clay.
Yes, but you still have to squish it in.
Yeah, I did, and I'm not keeping this. This is just me fiddling with it, seeing if it'll work.
Yeah. All right.
I might
That's cool.
keep it. Should I keep
You
it?
should keep it and try glazing it. That'd be fun.
Okay, I'll do it.
Now, you guys, the darker I make my lines, the darker I have to shade to disguise them. So I'm going to go ahead and draw on here some shapes of shadow too. Sometimes that can be really good. Do you guys remember that guy that was doing the portrait of his dad? And how he kind of blocked out his values to begin with? It's a really smart way of working. Yeah.
I have a medicine that affects my body and I'm starting to get a lot of pain. Could I get some of my office?
Yeah. You can come back?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Ooh, I do not like that cheese. Now we're not just looking for different values, we're also looking, when we observe, for how is the light moving. Is it gradating really smoothly? Or is it kind of a quicker transition from dark to light? Is there high contrast or low contrast in the different values? Remember to use the side of your pencil. And your pink erasers inside of there, especially the little corners, the little crisp edges, that can help you. So remember, y'all, we need to make this look like there are no lines. That means you have to disguise the lines with value. The more you look, bless me, I'm about to sneeze, oh my goodness. The more you look at your bug, thank you, not your blood. The more you look at your bug, the more it's going to look like your bug. Remember to start light and build up dark. And remember I told you guys I have a heavy hand? I tend to like to start with the darkest values first and then move to lighter values. But it's your own personal preference. Whatever, works for you is fine. Remember to use the side of your pencil, get it nice and smooth. And you guys, I would not start using the tortillon at all at this point. At this point, I would just start laying in your values. And then at the end, the tortillon's really for the final touches. Now, if you have a really light value that's really difficult for you to shade, you might use the tortillon to shade it just to help you get lighter values. Sometimes that is handy. Now you guys, after today, we've really kind of We've dived into these different tools. For your journals, you could, after today's demo, start shading a page. Okay, we've practiced the skills and you're ready to go. So think about which of your journal pages you would like to use with graphite pencil. Now, if you can, now this is difficult to do. This is a challenge. This is for the perfectionists among us. But does anybody else see little seams of plastic from the mold? If you can try to get those on your bug, that will make it look more realistic, like an actual toy. But on my black bug head, there's no white of the paper, y'all. In fact, I don't think there's maybe actually one value right here that I can maybe push to the white of the paper on my whole bug. My whole bug needs to be value, it needs to be shaded. Now, if you like tedious work like this is going to be fun for you. I can get lost in a shading like this for days, and I just have a party. I just love it, you guys. I just, it's so much fun. Especially like if you have especially I would say for TV shows, like my favorite TV show to watch while I'm doing art is The Office. The Office. The reason I like to watch The Office is because I know it so well I don't have to look at it. Do you know what I'm saying? I've watched it so many times that I don't have to look up. I know exactly what's happening, and so I'm not so intrigued that I stop working. If I watch something I've never watched before you know it, I've put my drawing aside and I'm not doing it anymore. Now, don't forget, you got to be disguising these lines. Use that side of that pencil for sure. Now the cool thing about drawing is that nobody's going to be comparing your drawing to what you're seeing right now. So no one's going to know if it's right or wrong. But what they can do is they can look at it and decide if it's believable or not. Does that make sense? So not everything has to be in the exact same space or the same distance apart that it actually was in reality. You have a little bit of forgiveness when you're an artist because you're the only one that's looking at the reference.
Sorry, I just started.
It's alright. It's alright.
You finished? I've got 1/8 of mine done. If you've already finished, I guarantee you can find some more detail in there.
Most of the end is like black, so I can just tell.
Don't just, what you're describing, I don't know if it's true because I can't see your artwork, but that's what a lot of kids do, is they say, well, the head's black, I'm going to shade the whole head black.
I didn't shade the whole head.
Yeah. But everybody look up here at the detail of what's happening. All of this detail inside of here, that's going to make this look more realistic. Okay? So you got to slow down. And I do micro look-ins. I'm just looking at this corner of the antenna. And then I'm just looking at the tip of this antenna. and I'm really zooming in so I can get as much detail as humanly possible. Okay? So this is the kind of tedious work I'm talking about. If you guys just sat down with your bug and you're like, here's the head and the antenna, and then you just went about shading all that in, number one, you're like, yeah, that's all black. Let's go. You're coloring with pressure. That's what you're doing. You got to be looking for how these values are constantly changing. Ask yourself, is this a contrast situation where it's going to need a lot of contrast, like on an edge, or is this like, you know, a situation where you need to lightly gradate? Who's really enjoying shading? 2 of us? 3 of us? Maybe 4? Dude, I love me some tedious art. I do. I can't help it. I just love it.
I have been staring at this thing for so long I can only see the imperfections.
Well, don't focus on those.
Well, seeing the imperfections is a part of making them better. That's a part of learning and growing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but
Well,
now I hate the whole drawing.
That's the problem. Can't hate the imperfections. You have to decide, okay, can I live with it or can I just fix it? That's all. Bye, dear. Thank you.
Get done anything, but I need to get it done tomorrow. It's
I
wet.
appreciate that. It's just a little bit wet still.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing I like to do, you guys, I like to put my eyes out of focus while I'm doing this, so that I'm just like feeling it, really. I'm just kind of going with it. I can move a little bit faster here, I guess.
The
Going
other
kinda slow.
thing me is the wings are all light shades, so I don't have to do much darkness for that.
Yes, and you can do that with your eraser. All right, everybody check out Jaden's. Focus in. Look how good that looks. So the only thing I'd say to Jaden is darker darks, dear.
That's what.
Most of it's kind of in that middle gray range. Push it. Push it real good. Am I gonna go over there and find a white paper?
Most of it.
Me too, still. You look to be like, she needs darker darks. You can bring it over here and I'll give you critique.
Show it, show it.
So just be careful. If he doesn't want to, I won't. Just be careful that you keep it clean. But this is good. Just really crisp edges.
Like the shininess on the head is really good.
Yeah, you're going to build it up instead of pushing hard really fast. Who's down there? Can you grab it for me?
It's not the best.
No, this is a good start. This is good. So, come here. So see, I will get like minuscule with your attention. So see how I see the direction of every mark you've made? Try to use the side of your pencil.
I tried, but the area is way too small.
I know. You can. Look, I'm doing it up in the air. I know I've been doing this a little bit longer. Just try to smooth it out by using the side of that pencil so that it doesn't look. Now right here, see how I lost that? You lost that line right here? So go back in with the tip. Get that edge. See that line? But then you gotta fade it out. So I'm gonna fade it to the dark side.
That
See
one,
how that
that
looks
one
clean?
still has the line, but it's
Yeah. Well, that edge is good. Yeah, so that one was a little bit better than this one. I can still see that contrast. Does that make sense?
I just did lights with slight darks and
Yeah.
where the edges.
And
kind
you
of
can
fell.
even, I can see, are these the lines of where the details are?
Yeah, I did the inner detail of the wing.
Yeah, I think that's smart to do. You can even add some more in there. But in this area, I would take, like, see how I can see it looks almost scribbly. So
So
I
just
would
blend it
just,
out a bit?
yeah, just blend it out a little bit. Remember, start light, and this area is kind of your lightest value in here. Do all the light areas first, and then go to the darker areas and do those areas. And then on top of that, do the line work.
Alright.
That looks great. That's a great start. No, you're not doing bad at all. You're doing a great job. What's that? I love it so much. Isn't that cool?
Get too
Did you see the rainbow color?
Yeah, get it. Ticks.
Rainbow color. Oh, that's adorable. So cute.
Just, it might be the value of the quality of the pencil that you're using. But really get a sharp tip and make sure it's really crisp. So see how I'm holding it like I'm writing a pencil. Don't try to do with the side of your pencil your edges. Come back up as lightly as you can. Get that edge. That's how you're going to clean it up. But now see how it looks like I have an outline? So I got to disguise it.
Well,
So how do I disguise it?
Yeah, the bubble.
Blend it out.
It's like, oh my god, I've heard that other thing.
That's not even a type of
Does that make sense?
because a bee. Bumblebee is a robotic option.
Ozzy, have a seat, dear. Alright, now you guys, this bug is going to be for a grade.
What?
Yeah. We practiced on our shading worksheet, and this bug is kind of like the quiz at the end of the day here. So, we're going to use the rest of the time. We have about 20 minutes left. Okay? Some people are coming over mainly almost done. That's what we're going to do. Hold on. We're going to break out the big guns. Everybody have a seat. You guys, I forgot to do something very important. Give you guys the good stuff.
It looks really good, except you might want to push down a little bit lighter for the So see how it's just one color mostly? If you have, you just need a little more blue.
Hey guys, I'm giving you guys a set of pencils. This is the good stuff. Now with your, I would just maybe use a little bit more of the blender and then crisp in some of it so I can see that line there. You gotta disguise that line. You guys, I'm giving you the good pencils here. So you can get really dark darks and really light lights. So yeah, go ahead and open them and play with them. Remember, what's the lightest color? The H's are light. The higher the number of the H, the lighter it is. What did you say?
Is it the paper?
Well, the paper. Good job. The paper is. But the lightest pencil is the H's. Okay? The darker colors or values are the B's. Think B for black. Black is dark. Yes. Yes. That's good. That's good. Yes. The texture that you're doing, Robert?
What about mine?
Do you? You have better ones. These number 2 pencils that I've been letting y'all shade with, they're not like art quality pencils, and so it kind of looks gray. Did you guys notice that? So using a number 2 pencil in here is going to give you a lot better value, which is what I'm using. These are my favorite pencils. They're Staedtler General Semi-Hex drawing pencils. I love them. This is an HB, which mine is much darker than any y'all's because it's a better graphite. Ready? Now come around here. We're going to talk about cleanup. Okay, so there's some areas here that need cleanup, and one of those is anywhere that I can see the outline, you gotta disguise it. Okay, so like right here, you're just gonna fade it in. Make it look like it's gradually changing.
Lighter.
Does that make sense? So that just disappeared. So you do the same thing very gently on the other side. Then, what you gotta do is you gotta do a lot of cleanup. This right here, see how that looks fuzzy?
Yeah.
So on fuzzy areas, you're gonna go back in with the line and then fade it away so you can't see it. See how that just got way more sharp? It's like magic. Just little touch-up bits. Yes, dear.
I want to show you something.
Okay. All right. Are these part of it, or are those keeping it up?
Those are support.
That's cool.
But look,
That's cool.
so many tentacles.
So many
And
tentacles.
they're suspended in
That's
some
true.
places, so.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking it might be cool to do some slip trailing on that.
Some
Teach
what?
you that. I can't teach you that right now.
Wait,
But it's a
some
way of drawing with slip that makes it look even more liney.
slimy?
Liney with lines, like
Ooh.
kind of like your tentacles. All right, so we have a 2H, which is your lightest, all the way up to a 6B. HB's in the middle, B's toward the dark side. What else we got in here? We got a 2B, a 4B, and a 6B. So you're going to be able, try not to over sharpen these ones. These are nice pencils, everybody. Okay?
Miss me?
Yeah.
Look, you can give them pause.
I love the paws. Paws are great.
Okay, I'm gonna bag them.
Now, if you can see any outlines, you got to do some more work, kiddos. Try to keep your picture clean and neat by erasing all the fingerprint marks.
I might be about to blow your whole freaking mind.
You see a bee that big.
Yes.
The only time I cry about a baby is if I see a John Wick hornet. A John Wick hornet. Yeah, that's about the same.
I'm going to put 4 little white erasers in every box.
because a lot of these pencils don't have these.
Yeah, well, you have the pink ones too.
What do you think? But this is a lot
It looks so much better than the first time you brought it over to me. You're really doing it. I think the biggest thing about shading that makes people masterful, you guys, is when you have patience. It all comes down to patience and observation. Some people, they don't have the patience for it and they don't go as deeply into it.
I have a good amount of patience, I would say. When it comes to food, I start getting angry.
Good job. Oh, there is a kneaded eraser also. I don't, kneaded erasers,
There's not even black.
I love kneaded erasers.
they're amazing, but I tend to like a really hard tip on my eraser. I love these Pentel light erasers, you guys. They're like my favorite.
So is that male or female?
I don't like the needle erasers like I don't.
They're nice for soft erasing, but when you want to erase a drawing, like they're kind of nice for like smudging, you know what I mean? The kneaded erasers are nice for smudge marks. They're not my favorite eraser, but every once in a while I really want one, but it's like 3 times in my life, you guys.
I personally like kneaded erasers because they make for a great fidget toy.
They are a
No,
fun fidget
bees
toy.
fly. Bees fly. Spider. Oh.
Should I name this mosquito?
We have about 10 minutes till the class is over.
Still not done.
It's okay, take your time. If we, I would like to go on to something new in next class. Now, if you guys can like use an HB pencil and get dynamic values, that's all you need is one pencil. If you've got the muscle memory for it and you've trained yourself, there's something about using different pencils that's kind of lazy. I'm not gonna lie. I know, right? So just know that you have the power to do a lot more than you think you do with just one pencil.
This makes the black.
Yes, I've seen those. I want one.
What about you?
Now you guys, I don't know if you can see up here, but I'm going into the lighter area of my piece, so I gotta be really careful that my lines aren't too dark. So I just took a moment to lighten my lines so that I don't have to disguise as much. In fact, this is so light, I'm gonna move over to the nice pencils. I like to put in my shadows first, you guys. I'm just kind of using a lighter pencil to kind of put in like where my shadows are. I blur my eyes and just move around.
The secret is that everybody slightly secretly hates their own drawing. No, think about your drawing. Everyone secretly hates their own drawings.
And you can also go back in later and put in some of your highlights in with the eraser.
See, I hate my own drawing. It looks like this. Come on. Oh. Yeah, it could be better. There it is. Oh, it's better. Thought we had to do that. Are you gonna do a shrimp this week? I think I finished.
Okay, so now I want you to use the tight eraser I gave you. And I want you just to take your time and make those edges crisp.
one that looks
all,
really good.
yes, it does. Now, some of these things I can see your lines. See this line right here?
Mhm.
So a good thing to do is you're kind of losing it. So I like to put it back in and then decide one side of that line's got to be darker than the other. So let's maybe take it down. I can't see your bug right now. But I'm going to make that grade 8 back out so it doesn't look like an outline. It looks like shadow.
Oh yeah, this is what, well, your whole life said in part 1 just because you like art does to you.
Yeah.
You just start to just excel at art.
You know what? I'm really proud of you. I'm really just so proud of you. So I get that line in with the tip, and then I shade it out and fade it out so that it looks like a crisp edge.
That looks a lot better.
Okay, try that with those lines.
And then I should be good.
Yeah, you're looking pretty great.
Oh, that looks really good. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. At the end of this class, you have been loved. Your art was so hard. But
Alright, on the back, bottom right, put your name and period, okay?
Yes. Yes. Because
and I specifically request you having fun. Sorry, you think so?
you never raised it.
You think so? I mixed drawing with exactly. She wants you to go back with this tiny eraser. Edges a little more crisp. Just was fun. These edges a little bit.
Okay, this is what I need you guys to do. There's a lot of things we got a lot of supplies out. Everybody see that? So I am looking for each table. Oh, how do I want to do this? I'd like for each person to have their tub open where I can see all of the Faber-Castell pencils. Everybody look up here. Do we need a little bit more time on this next class, you guys?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to collect from every table. I'd like you to have these laid out. I'd like to have all of your erasers and pencils in the clear tub. And I'd like you to have all of your papers in a clean pile. Okay? All the trash needs to goes in the trash can. I am not losing. It's no pencil left behind. So please put all of your blending stumps back into the case. Put all of your erasers and pencils in there. One more wipe.
You're in a small step first.
I'm going to literally come around and count your pencils and your erasers to make sure you have everything.
Wait, should we I'm going to find this out. No, I need to finish.
Oh, I also need to collect your bugs. Good. You're relying too much on lines, so you need to fade those out.
What is
You do have a fair amount of lines. But the outside one,
put inside?
name and period on the back bottom right.
And years.
So many years ago, the telegram ranks 8 inch over about you. I don't think it has a running line.
We should
But not
use
this
cave.
time.
That looks great.
If it has a long lifespan of humans, I look up the John.
We're gonna make a pile right down there. Ozzy, you're in charge of collecting all the papers and make sure they have their name on them and put them in the pile.
Human!
Wait, James, I got it.
We close this one.
Only because I need one too. I have some sort of things, they're not that good.
Alright, I need all the pencils and erasers. There's number 4.
I have a smudge. I have a problem with that.
Let's get the trash in the trash can one, y'all. Yes.
Yeah. I left it on.
Well, that's
Keep
okay.
those.
I'll miss you too. We will miss you.
I've got a lot of things a lot.
I can't wait to shake my car.
For instance, I have one of those left.
Look,
You guys
better
get
than
the trash in the trash can.
that, bruh. The bumblebee.
I also got a bee. Mine's really cool though.
order if we're not done?
No, I'm gonna collect these and I'll pass them back next time.
Oh, okay.
So you guys have like one pile at the end of the table of all the stuff. That goes in a great way. Repack this with all this stuff.
Take
Like
it.
you love others. Treat yourself.
Keep the change.
Yours and stuff? That means a lot to me.
There's a Home Alone line.
Right there, okay?
My music, you should pick some of that.
That's awesome. What did you say? Okay. Got your name period on there? Good job. Did you have fun? Good. Alright, did you get that in the trash for me? Okay, I need all your all's pictures. Oh, thank you, Ozzy.
Okay, bye.
You guys, thank you, that looks great. Bless you, you guys did great. Happy day! I'm really proud of you guys. Get your trash, please. Take your worksheet too. Bye, dear. Good job today, kiddos. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. This looks great. You guys did great. Thank you. Come and stay in here. That'd be lovely. Yes, dear.
I'm making a little person.
Hey, he's cute. You're making a whole outfit. I love it.
Well, I'm trying at least.
That's great.
Oh my god. I wish I got this.
Aren't they fun? Bye, dear one. I guess I.
Your class is always my favorite.
Aw, you're sweet. It means a lot to me, buddy.
Guess who's finally here, my son?
Is it you?